We begin now on the top of Daf Lamed Tes Amid Beis in Maseches Brachos. This is Brachos Daf 39b. The Gemara just finished quoting Rabbi Chia's opinion. Rabbi Chia held that when you make hamotzi, you should make the hamotzi while you're slicing the bread. And Rava asked, what is the point of making the hamotzi while you're slicing the bread? Because when you finish the bracha, you'll end up making hamotzi on a piece of bread that is not whole. So now Rava comes along and argues with Rabbi Chia as follows. Elo Amar Rava, rather Rava says, Mevarech ve'achar kach b'aseh. First make the entire bracha of hamotzi, and then you should slice the bread. Nahardai avdik Rabbi Chia. So Nahardai would follow the opinion of Rabbi Chia. They would make the bracha while they were slicing the bread. V'Rabbanan avdik Rava. But the Rabbanan would follow Rava's opinion that they would make the bracha first and then slice the bread. Amar Ravina said, Amar li'ei, my mother said to me, Avid Rabbi Chia, that your father did like Rabbi Chia. The Amar Rabbi Chia, because Rabbi Chia said, Tzarech shetichle bracha im hapas. The bracha should finish with the slicing of the bread. V'Rabbanan avdik Rava. But the Rabbanan followed Rava. V'hilchasa karava, and the halacha is like Rava. The Amar mevarech ve'achar kach botzeh, who says that first you should make the bracha and then you should break the bread. Gemara now continues at the two dots. Itmar, it was learned. Heviu lifneihem psisin ushleimin. What if they bring before them some cut pieces of bread and some whole pieces of bread? Amar Rav Huna says, Mevarech al hapsisin upoter es hashleimin. The person is allowed to make the bracha on the cut pieces of bread, and he can pater the whole pieces of bread. Rashi here explains, Psisin ushleimin Amar Rav Huna, imrotz, if he wants to, mevarech al psisin, then he can make the bracha on the pieces. Vim hapsisin gedolim min hashleimin, and if the pieces are actually bigger than the shleimim, tzarech levarech alein, then you actually would be required, according to Rav Huna, to make a bracha on the pieces. The idea here is that a larger piece, even though it's not a whole piece, would be more chashiv than a whole piece that is smaller. Rabbi Yochanan says, Shalema mitzvah min hamuvchar, that the mitzvah min hamuvchar is to make the bracha on the shalema first, and that's what you should do. However, aval prusa shalchitin ushalema min hasaorin. What if you have a situation where it's a piece of wheat bread, but a full bread of barley bread? Divrei hakol mevarech al haprusa shalchitin upoter es hashlema shalsorin. Everybody agrees that you make the bracha on the prusa, on the slice of the wheat bread, and you pater the whole piece of bread of barley, because wheat is considered more chashuv than barley, even if it is just a slice of wheat bread. Amar Rav Yirmi bar Abba, Rav Yirmi bar Abba says, Ketanoi, that issue that we just said everybody agrees to is actually machlokas tanoim, meaning this issue of if you have something of more importance but it's just a slice, or it's just a piece, and then you have something of lesser importance but is a whole, that so which comes first, that's actually machlokas tanoim as follows. It says Tormin batzel katan shalim, avalo chatzi batzel gadol. If you're taking off truma, you should take it off of the onion which is small but complete, but don't take it off of a half of an onion which is large. Rabbi Yehuda says, lo, ki alachatzi batzel gadol. You should take the truma off of the half onion which is large. So ma'ila b'hakam ivlagi, is it not that this is the exact argument? The mar savar chashav adif, and mar savar shalim adif. One opinion holds you go with the more important. So in this case, the larger onion is more important, or in the case of the wheat bread is more important. The other one says no, go with the shlema, go with either the whole onion even though it's smaller, or go with the barley bread which is whole even though it is of lesser quality. So the Gemara then says not necessarily. If it could be that when it comes to truma, if there's a kohen around, everybody would agree you give the more important piece. So in this case, you give the larger half onion to the kohen because the kohen's right there to eat it. Ki pligi deleka kohen. The whole argument over here of what you give was regarding when there's no kohen around. So now it's a question not of the idea. For sure, the chashav is more important. But the issue is, if there's no kohen around, you want to preserve it. So a half an onion is not going to last as long as a whole onion. And there's a completely different issue from the issue of the barley bread and the wheat bread. The Tanan we learned in the Mishnah, Kol makam sheyesh kohen. Anytime a kohen's around, torim and hayafa, you take truma from the nicer part. V'chol makam she'ein kohen. But if you're in a situation where there's no kohen, torim and miskayim. According to the first opinion, we take from that which will last longer. Rabbi Yehuda Omer ein torim ela min hayafa. Rabbi Yehuda says you take the truma from the nicer part. Amar, so now the Gemara now returns to the issue of the bread. We've now established that there's no proof at all from this machlokas tanoim regarding onions. But now the Gemara says, what should you do by bread? You have a whole piece and you have a partial piece. What do you do if you're not sure which to take from, especially if you have a partial piece of wheat bread, a whole piece of barley bread? So Amar Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak, Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak says, V'yirei shamayim yotzei yedei shnei, and somebody who's yirei shamayim can actually fulfill both of them. Umanu mar brei Ravina, who was a yirei shamayim in this matter? It was Mar, the son of Ravina. He would put the broken bread into or together with the whole bread, and together he would be botzea both of them, so he'd be yotzei essentially both opinions. Tani Tana Kamed Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak. There was a Tana who taught in front of Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak. Meiniach haprusa b'soch hashleim. You take the slice of bread, you put it into the whole bread. Ubotzeo mevarich. And again, same idea. You make the bracha. You break the bread and you make the bracha. Amar le, he said to Mashmech. So this Tana, he said to this Tana who did this, what's your name? Amar le Shalman. He said, my name is Shalman. Amar le said, Shalom ata ushleima mishnasech. He said, you are peaceful and your Mishnah is whole. Shasamta shalom bein hatalmidim. You placed peace between the Talmidim, because again, there was an argument before. When you have pieces and when you have whole pieces, what do you do? Which one do you do? Do you do the shleim or do you do the prusa? So that question, now we've resolved it in a way that all opinions are satisfied by making the bracha on both of them. The Gemara now continues. Amar Rapapa says, "Hakol modim bepesach sheminiach prusa b'soch shleima botzei." Everybody agrees when it comes to Pesach, you take the broken piece and the whole piece, and you're botzei on both of them. My time, and what is the reason? Lechem oni ksiv, because on Pesach it has to be lechem oni, and in order to be lechem oni, you need a prusa, you need a broken piece of bread. Amar Rabbi Abba says, "V'Shabbos chayiv adam lefzoah shtei kikaros." He says on Shabbos a person needs to be botzei on two pieces of bread. My time, and what is the reason? Lechem Mishnah Ksiv, because it says about Shabbos that you need lechem Mishnah, you need two pieces of bread. Amar Ravashi says, Chazina Leila Rav Kahana did not get tarti ubatza chara. He said, I actually saw Rav Kahana, he would hold the two pieces of bread when he made the bracha, but he would only slice one of the pieces. Rabbi Zeira have a batza akula sheirusa. Rabbi Zeira would cut a piece from the bread large enough to satisfy the entire meal. Amar le Ravina le Ravashi. So Ravina said to Ravashi, "V'alkam ischazi kerav sanusa." That looks like somebody who's like famished, that he needs to cut such large pieces. It's not a proper derech eretz. Amar le said to him, "Kevan dechol yuma lo ka'avid hachi." Since every other day he doesn't do this, v'ha'idna ka'avid, and now he's just doing it now. Lo mischazi kerav sanusa. That does not look like somebody who is eating in an inappropriate manner, because it's clear that he's doing it l'kavod Shabbos. Rav Ami v'Ravasi ki have a misrami lehu rifta de'eruva mevarchen alah. So Rav Ami and Ravasi, when they would have bread that they use for the Eruv, they would make upon it hamotzi. Rashi here explains, Rifta de'eruva she'arvu esmol eruve chatzeros. In other words, they use this bread the day before, on Friday, they use it the day before to make an eruv, eruve chatzeros. So then on Shabbos, they would make hamotzi on that very same bread. Why? Amri, they said, Hoel v'sa'avid bei mitzvah chada, ni'avid bei mitzvah achrisi. Since we already did one mitzvah with this bread, we should use the same bread for another mitzvah. And the Gemara will continue its discussion on the next daf, on daf mem amud aleph.